Hello and welcome to The Den. On the campus of Southwestern College, it's the 8-6 Jaguars hosting the 12-2 Miramar Jets in Pacific Coast Athletic Conference play. Both programs coming into this one 2-0 in conference. Southwestern have put together two impressive wins in conference play, beating Imperial Valley 104-55 and Grossmont 117-88 to end the year. And the Jets, they have played closer contests in conference play, beating Mesa 81-73. And then traveled to Palomar, edging out the Comets 72-70. I'm Bo Furtick, alongside my partner and cameraman Pablo Espinal, bringing you tonight's action here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. Let's get into those starting lineups. Southwestern in the white bottoms, white tops. They have the same starting five as last game. Number 2, Jason Danzo leads California in assists. Carl Ashley, the product out of Inglewood, wearing number 3. The leading scorer in California, that's D. Sanders, wearing number 5. Harlan Nichols was the MVP in last game against Grossmont. He wears number 10. And the big down low, the Oceanside product, wearing number 13, Paris Smith, who has become a double-double machine. Last 2 games, 29 points and 20 boards. This is Miramar in the black bottoms, black tops with the blue lettering on the drive. That's Mirosini, too strong off the glass. And Danzo can push the tempo, goes to the cup, needed a foul, wanted it, didn't get it. On the drive off the left side, too strong on the shot, that was Ashley. So Southwestern in that last game against Grossmont attacked the basket more than I've seen them in the past few games. That shot's off the mark. And on that last offensive possession, got good high percentage shots near the basket, just unable to convert. That starting lineup for the Jets, Alex Mirosini, the sophomore point guard. Jama Arnald Diaz, another sophomore. Gabe Perry gets his 4th start in 14 games. And the finish down low by Danzo goes for the first bucket of the night. Danzo averages near 10 points a game. He's a double-double guy as well in assists and points. Speaking of double-double, Jacob Milling averaging 14 points, 10 boards for the Jets. He started in all 15 games along with Michael Batchelor. He averages 13 points. He's starting his 15th game, and as mentioned before, Mirosini starting in all 15 games. Jake Elfstrom, who started in 13 of the 14 games, is out sick today, so the Jets are down one of their main guys. And Jets step out of bounds. Gabe Perry, the guy that stepped in for an injured Elfstrom. And then Jama Arnald Diaz, this will be his 10th game started on the season. Jaguars have played good with this starting 5, so don't fix what's not broken. Coach Shelley in his first year, Coach Geller created this program, or not created this program, but started this program here at Miramar. He's in his 20th season. Good defense near the rim by the Jaguars. Way to get back in transition on defense. 2 minutes in, and the Jets are held scoreless. This is Mirosini near side to Milling. That's a tough guard by Smith, and he knocks that one away. Good job by Smith getting his hand in the passing lane. Coach Shelley in that last game said he wanted Danzo to be more aggressive. We'll see how that works out. Weak side rebound, Paris Smith, and the jump ball. Harlan Nichols had 20 points, 9 rebounds in last game against Grossmont. He was the MVP. Did it in a variety of ways, exploded in the second half with 16 points. A little strong on that last shot. Deflected under the basket. Off the left side, Danzo, good defense by Mirosini, cutting Danzo off. 10 on the shot clock. Sanders inside with the left. That's blocked by Milling. Not a bad idea by Sanders. We got a little late to that one. (17:37). Jaguars with a bucket. Danzo down low. And Danzo has all 4 points for the Jags. Deshaun Key is also back. He's back healthy. Before the game, Coach Shelley told me he could see some minutes in this one. He was a big player for them last year. Mirasini from the corner, and he connects for the Jets' first basket. Nice kick to the corner. Paris Smith just a little late in getting out there. Mirasini averaging 14 points per game. And the bucket down low. Danzo now with the half a dozen. All 6 points from the point guard. And the great defense by Danzo. So on the offensive end and the defensive end, Danzo making impact plays here early. When you can get a guy that is #1 in assists in the whole state of California, score like Danzo can, it's nice tool to have in the woodshed. This is Sanders on top. Good defense. Jets playing man-to-man defense. A little off-balance shot. Smith down low. The putback is short. Gets it back and is fouled on the rebound and the putback. So you can see right here that first attempt just a little too short. You know, it's like, how do you miss that down low? But you saw the foul that occurred on that second attempt. That's exactly what Smith was anticipating on that first attempt. Even though he won't say it, when you're down low like that. And Smith, standing at 6'9", has one of the prettiest releases at the free throw line for a big his size. Smith has been big, along with Caleb Wilson, who we'll see later in this game. And Paris Smith goes 2 of 2 from the line. Extends the lead 8-3, and the steal by Sanders lays it off to Danzo, and he gets fouled on the floor. So great job on the defensive end right here by Sanders, keeping that one alive, and Danzo attacking the basket, picking up the foul. That is the third team foul by the Jets. Sanders near side, drives baseline, pull-up jumper from 15. Can't go down. 2-on-1 opportunity, and the defense by Danzo, and the block by Ashley. Sanders tries to create a foul, doesn't get it, but the weak side rebound by Smith. That is Smith's 4th point of the night and his first field goal. Jags first 1-10, up 7. So on that last defensive possession, back-to-back blocks. And the blocking foul by Smith. So Smith had to come off his guy. Nice penetration. And Milling is fouled on the shot. That is the first personal, first team foul on the Jags. This will be the first free throw attempt for the Jets. Jacob Milling, 73% free throw shooter on the season, is good on his first attempt. And here he is, as mentioned, Deshaun Key, first sub off the bench, replacing Paris Smith, who heads to the bench with 4 points. Milling goes 1 of 2 from the line. Danzo likes this matchup. He attacks off the right side, can't get the roll, gets his rebound back, and goes up for the foul. So you can see Nichols wanted to give him the pick, didn't need it. Way to stay with the play, though, not putting his head down. And that's what happens. When you stay with the play, you can create opportunities like that. And the personal foul was on Jama Arnal Diaz, the product out of Barcelona. And Danzo can't hit on his first attempt. Jason Danzo out of Silver Spring, Maryland. As mentioned before, #1 in California in assists. He had 14 assists against Imperial Valley and 10 assists against Grossmont as he goes 1 of 2 from the line, extends the lead back to 7. Looks like Southwestern will drop into a 2-3 zone with Danzo and Sanders on top. Weak side rebound by Milling. The drive baseline kicks. Nice ball rotation near side. And that shot can't fall. Loose ball scooped up by Sanders. That was Ligayon on that last shot attempt. Jaguars, most of their points coming inside the paint or near it. High percentage shots. Key fadeaway jumper. Can't get the roll. One and done for the Jags. This is Milling in open court. Finds a player in the corner. And a good job by Key in collapsing on the shooter. And that shot is good. Michael Batchelor, his first field goal. And both field goals for the Jets come from beyond the arc. Milling is 1 of 2 from the line. That's how they got to 7. A shot from the left side. I didn't hear it, but the bank is open as that one falls by Carl Ashley's first field goal. And the travel violation, good defense by the Jags once again. Way to close out by Danzo. So Carl Ashley, he's another guy that hasn't been talked about a lot against Grossmont. 19 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals. In the game before, 18 points, 3 assists, 3 steals. So Ashley's doing it in a variety of ways, and when he can connect on his threes, this team is tough to beat. That was Sanders, I believe, first shot of the night, 6.5 minutes in. Nice ball rotation in the corner. Loose ball. Southwestern's got to do a better job rebounding on the defensive end. Mirosini gets cut off by Nichols. And second chance opportunities for the Jets. That one falls. Jacob Milling, his first field goal. All 3 shots for the Jets have come from beyond the arc. Poked away initially. Ashton in the corner. Well defended by Batchelor. Fadeaway jumper off the back board, no good. To the cup, too easy. Gabe Perry with the first field goal inside the 3-point arc. Danzo with the difficult shot under the basket. And Jets on an 8-0 run have cut this deficit to 2. Short on the shot. Yeah, and I'm not surprised by that timeout by Coach Shelley in his first year. This is the 3rd game in conference play, and that's the most frustrated I've seen Coach Shelley this whole time. And as he should be, they're giving up easy baskets, and they're allowing second chance opportunities on the defensive end. This score would be nowhere near 2 points if they would have just cleaned up the glass, which they've done a great job in those first 2 conference games of not allowing teams to have multiple opportunities to score. I would just say even on those last 3 scores, the 2 3-pointers, I believe, were off second chance opportunities. So that's something they got to clean up. And on the offensive end right now, they're just not putting anything together cleanly. Looking a little off balance. Almost looked like they're forcing some things. I know in speaking with Coach Shelley last game at halftime, he talked about Danzo being more aggressive. And he has in this first half at the beginning of this, first 7.5 minutes. But a couple of those last few shots have been, I would say, ill-advised. And Sanders, a guy that is, I wouldn't necessarily say a volume shooter, but he leads the team in shot attempts. He only has 1 attempt, maybe 2 up until this point, but I can only remember 1. Actually, no, he did have that baseline jumper, and he did have that 3-point attempt. So he does have 2 attempts. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Jaguars try to get him going here in this first half. Jets on an 8-0 run. Nice back cut. It was there, just the execution not there. Danzo and Sanders have worked on that so much in practice. They usually connect on that, just unable to. Nichols guarding Mirosini, who kicks it out to Ligayon. Back to Mirosini, trying to work down low to Milling. This is a matchup they like on the smaller guard, Sanders. Sanders is going to need some help. The help comes And the foul on the shot. Foul almost came a little too late. The weak side help by Quentin Vela. Vela out of Madison, 6'3", freshman small forward. Got some good minutes last game against Grossmont. Milling leads all Jets scorers with 4, now make that 5. He's been the only Jets player to get to the free throw line as Paris Smith checks back in, replacing Harlan Nichols. Paris Smith last game started the scoring early, had 6 of the first 10 points for the Jags. As Milling goes 2 of 2 from the line, he's 3 of 4 from the charity stripe on the night, giving him 6 points, and now the Jets applying some full court pressure, create the turnover. This is Batchelor in the corner, he'll pull it up. And another weak side rebound. So right now the Jaguars are in a zone defense, and one of the difficult things about being in a zone defense is rebounding. And one of the reasons that is because you're guarding an area, not a player. And when the shot goes up, you have to find a body. And when you're not next to a body, it's tough to find one when there's 2 guys standing right next to you, and it's much more difficult to rebound. And once again, the Jaguars offensively turning the ball over. Jets can take their first lead of the game. Ashley coming up on the 11-minute mark. Jets on a 10-0 run. This is Ashley from the right side. Long rebound tracked down by Mirosini. Milling on the drive. Ooh, I was going to say good defense by Smith, but it looked like he got called for the body check as Smith comes off the court. I wouldn't say that's bad. That's not bad defense by Paris Smith, but he's so big he has to keep his hands up right there, knowing that the ball dribbler is trying to get into his body. Great job by the guy with the ball in his hands who created that foul. I didn't catch his number at the end. Milling with the baby hook. Can't fall. And can the Jags stop this 10-0 run? I'd say it's been about close to 4 minutes since they've scored last. This is Sanders from deep off the back iron. Long rebound tracked down by Mirosini. 2-on-1. He'll take it himself. And Mirosini now has 5 points with the right. This is Bandy. Drives baseline, got cut off. Nichols finds Bandy down low, and Bandy ties it back up. His first field goal ties it at 16. Jets had scored 12 unanswered before then. Ooh, nice crossover by Mirosini. The step back for 3. Weak side rebound. Sanders. Spin move inside with the right and gets called for the offensive foul. Sanders goes coast to coast. Oh, man, that's a tough one to call. Great effort by Sanders. A better job by the Jets in getting back on defense. Jets, as Prince of J checks in for the first time today. Product out of St. Augustine. Mirosini from the left knocks it down from 17. Mirosini starting to heat up. He now has 7. Leading all Jets scores. Jets now on a 14-2 run. Nichols baseline pump fakes, gets his defender in the air. Nice move by Nichols, just can't finish. Bandy down low, can't bring it in. Bandy had it. Just slipped right through his fingertips. Under 9 minutes remaining. This is the largest lead for the Jets. Both teams averaging better than 70 points per game. Jets averaging around 75, Jaguars around 77. Jags drop back in the man-to-man defense. I'd expect them to stay in this defense, especially due to rebounding issues earlier in that first half. Sanders knifes through the defense and can't get it to fall. Milling, nice pass down low. Good job by the Jags defense in getting back in transition. Milling, nice bounce pass to Perry. Perry just unable to finish, well contended by that Jaguars defense. As Perry heads to the bench, replacing him is Jama Arnold Diaz. And Batchelor comes back onto the court as well. Jaguars can tie or regain the lead with the three. Coming up on 8 minutes, this is Sanders. He'll pull it up from downtown, way off the mark. Not a good shot by Sanders. Sometimes when shooters are held scoreless, like Sanders is right now, and this three from downtown. Batchelor, his second triple, give him 6. And Jets now with their largest lead. I was saying Sanders this isn't a time where you need to force shots, almost let the game come to you. Nichols down low, blocked by a J. Nichols is gonna go again. Finds Bandy on the weak side, back to Nichols. And Nichols loses it. Ajay probably looks like he got a piece of it. Mirasini decides to pull it down, almost intercepted by Vela. This is the Jets' largest lead of the night, up 5. Batchelor kicks to the corner. And the weak side defense just didn't get there in time. Arnold Diaz, his first field goal. Jets extend the lead to 7. I'd say Jaguars in the last 7 to 8 minutes now have 4 points. That's Danzo leading all Jag scorers now with 9. Attacking the basket was the name of the game for the Jags those first 2 games. And rebounding also. Jaguars just not doing a good job of it. Ashley got a little lucky right there. Mirasini is replaced by Paul Chua. The ball will stay here. Still 23 seconds on the shot clock. Jaguars started the game offensively really well and are just out of rhythm right now. Just need to see a couple shots fall. They only have 1 3, but most of their points have come attacking the basket, and Danzo off balance. Great job by Danzo knifing through the defense. First player in double digits, now has 11, cuts the deficit to 3. Out in the corner, can't get the shooter's roll. Nice rebound by Bandy. Danzo kicks it to Nichols. Didn't like the shot. Over to Ashley. He'll attack. Nice defense by the Jets. 10 on the shot clock. Danzo pulls it back. 7 on the shot clock. Danzo's going to go one-on-one. Gets inside the kick to Ashley. 4-3 off the back iron. It looks like a foul under the basket on number 20, Jalen Bandy. The product out of Gary, Indiana. That is the 5th team foul for the Jaguars. And still only 5 team fouls for the Jets. As Mirasini checks back in. Along with number 4, Damon Johnson. out of Serbia. Jets' largest lead was 7. Jaguars on a mini 4-0 run after the Jets went on a 14-2 run to tie it and take the lead. And Miracini lost the ball under the basket, and it looked like the ball was going to fall out of bounds, and Nichols just knocked it out. It was just purely off of reaction. Nice play by Nichols, but after he thought about it, he probably should just let it go. Batchelor, no push-off. Gets inside, pull-up jumper from 13 is good. Batchelor now has 8. Extends the lead to 5. And Danzo loses his footing inside the key. Yeah, that's a travel. Yeah. Gabe Perry took one too many steps before he put the ball on the floor. So Alex Miracini, the sophomore point guard, has 7. Michael Batchelor, freshman shooting guard, has 8. Jacob Milling has a 3 and 3 or 4 from the free throw line. He has 7. Danzo leads all Jaguar scorers with 11. Ashley has the only 3. Paris Smith with a pair of free throws and a field goal. He has 4. And Jalen Bandy with a bucket has 2. Danzo, oh, that was Sanders actually hung in the lane, unable to finish. And the southpaw at the left side, the putback by Arnold Diaz. He now has 4. All those points coming inside the key. And Jets tie their largest lead up 7. Yeah, that wasn't going in. That shot didn't look good when it left the hands. The back cut by Miracini, kick to the corner. That's Batchelor for 3, in and out. Weak side rebound again, and that's the offensive foul. Great heads-up play right there by the Jaguars defense. That was Sanders. Make that Danzo. The heads-up play by Danzo, realizing that he had only one move on the defensive side, and that was setting his feet, creating the offensive foul. So we've had 2 team timeouts in this first half, and both have come from Southwestern. Jaguars, I'd say the first 5 minutes of this game controlled the tempo. But in this last 10 to 12 minutes, it's been all Jets. But with that being said, Jags are only chasing 7. This has been their largest deficit. They were down 23-16. And it really was Jaguars 14-4. And then the Jets went on that 12-0 run to take their first lead of the game, 16-14. And it's been a little back and forth action since. Basketball is a game of momentum. And right now the Jets have it. Both these teams coming into this game 2-0 in Pacific Coast Athletic Conference play. Those first 2 wins by the Jaguars, at least in conference play, were some of the, as far as back-to-back games, probably the best pair of back-to-back games I've seen the Jaguars program put together, even though I've only followed them closely for a couple years now. But we went all the way back to 2017. We couldn't go before that. And it's the first time since 2017, at least, that we could see that the Jaguars put together back-to-back 100-point games, which says a lot. Danzo gets pickpocketed by Miracini. Got to stop the ball. And a great Euro by Miracini as he goes coast to coast. Not a good job on defense by the Jags. You got to stop that ball. At least at the free throw line, they allowed Miracini to get all the way to the bucket. Miracini now has 9, and Milling blocks that one off the shot of Sanders. And Deshaun Key checks back in, replacing Harlan Nichols. Ashley, Johnson, Nichols, Sanders, and Danzo. In for Southwestern, Danzo goes one-on-one with Miracini as that ball gets poked away. And Danzo standing at 6'4", 210 pounds. It's tough to back the Torrey Pines product down, and he showed that right there. Sanders in the corner hesitates, and the jump ball on defense. Great heads-up play by Jama Arnal Diaz, the product out of Barcelona, Spain. And Sanders will head to the bench looking frustrated. Diego Munoz out of Otay Ranch checks in for the first time today. 2:25 and counting in the first half. And the push off, no. Foul on the floor. That is the 6th team foul for the Jaguars. Next foul on either side will put the team in bonus. Watch the cut to the basket. The shot for three, nothing but nets. Michael Batcher now with his 3rd triple on the night. And Jets have their largest lead up 12. Jets are on a 28-6 run. Key gets inside, the spin move inside the lane. And his first bucket for the sophomore. Cuts the deficit back to 10. Hey, there it is. That's how you get some of the momentum back. Great defensive effort by Carl Ashley, moving his feet, anticipating the drive. That is the 7th team foul because it was an offensive foul. Southwestern will not head to the line. Jaguars, it'd be nice if they could cut this deficit in half or get to 6. That's that sweet spot they want to get to right now. Stout baseline drive, kicks to the corner, off the back iron. Rebound by Perry. Jaguars drop back in the 2-3 zone. Pass down low to Milling. And Milling steps out of bounds. So Jaguars jumped out to an early 14-4 lead. And the Jets on a 28-8 run. The drive and the foul. Danzo will head to the line to shoot 2. Great job by Danzo being aggressive in this first half. He has 11. This 1-1, and we have a lane violation on the Jaguars. Not that the shot was good, but just got to do better right now. As I'm assuming that shot violation was on Munoz as he gets replaced by freshman guard out of Steel Canyon, Chance Stout, getting early minutes here in the first half. Miramar can get a 2-for-1. And I don't think that's on their mind right now, as they'll try to create a good shot. 8 on the shot clock. Nice defense by Stout. The pump fake gets the defender in the air. Batchelor, long rebound by Danzo. Settle for 1. So the Jaguars can get this back in single digits. Clock. Danzo spins, yes, and he was fouled on the shot. See Danzo right here setting it up. Key sets that initial screen. Danzo goes the other way and is fouled. He is 1 of 3 from the line. Leads all Jags scores with 11. Another 2 shots. And Danzo having a difficult time at the line right now. Loose ball. Key at the buzzer. Good if it goes. And that one can't fall. And the Jaguars down 10 after the Jets put it on them at the end of that second half. Let's catch up with Coach Shelley to hear what he has to say about that first half effort. You know, I don't think Coach Shelley wants to talk right now. What do you think, Pablo? Probably not. Okay, which is understandable. We will try to catch him coming out of the break here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. It's the Miramar Jets 32, Southwestern Jaguars 22. All right, we are now joined courtside by head coach Tyrone Shelley of Southwestern. You guys come out 14-4 start and then give up a 28-8 run. What happened there in that first half?
We let shooters shoot. And at this level, you got to be able to understand your matchup. You got to understand your matchup and do the things we said in the scouting report. We said 14 was a shooter, and we allowed them to shoot threes.
Talk about threes for Southwestern. It was one of the poorest performances as far as shooting-wise in that first half. Sanders was scoreless. How do you get the offense going?
Do the things we do, but we got to do it at a higher rate than we did the first half. 22 points for us is kind of unacceptable after you scored 100 twice. But, I think this half we'll figure it out and get it together.
And then the other side on defense, the defensive rebounding has to get better. What was the message in that halftime?
You got to box out. You got to rebound. You got to hit somebody, turn, put a body on them, and go box out. It's that simple.
I saw you transitioning from zone to man. I know sometimes it's tough to rebound on the defensive side in zone. Was that one of the reasons why you went back to man?
No, we just want to get in a couple possessions, give them a different look. Has nothing to do with what they were scoring or anything like that. It's just our philosophy. Go 2-3, maybe go 1-3-1, and then get out of it and give them a different look.
What are going to be the big adjustments to pull out the win here tonight?
We got to finish at the paint. My big man has to shoot the ball when he gets post touches. My guards got to do a better job of being unselfish and giving the ball up so we can get easy looks.
Thank you, Coach, for your time. Best of luck to you today, man. There it is, 32-22. This game is still well within reach. Southwestern has scored 55 and 54 in the last two conference games and only put up 22 today. It's going to be a defensive game. Who wins? You'll have to find out second half action here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. And thank you for staying with us here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. Second half action here at the Den on the campus of Southwestern College. It's the Miramar Jets 32, Southwestern 22. It was that 28 run at the end of that first half that really just got it going for the Jets offensively and defensively. The defensive rebounding and just getting quality shots on the offensive end. Jason Danzo led all Jag scorers with 11. Carl Ashley had a triple for 3. Paris Smith with 4. Bandy with 2. And Deshaun Key back from injury. That's a good-looking shot right there. Paris Smith down low on the putback. And Paris Smith now has half a dozen. And on the other side for the Jets, leading all scorers was Michael Batchelor. He had 3 threes with 11. Alex Miracini had a triple and 4 field goals. He has 9. Arnald Diaz with 4. Jacob Milling with a half a dozen. And Gabe Perry had a bucket for 2. And the good defense by the Jags. You know, in those first 2 conference games, it was offense. And in order to be a quality contender in the PCAC play, when you have a down night offensively, you have to play well defensively. And that's the test here for the Jaguars today. Paris Smith down low, the reverse layup. And the nice footwork by the 6'9" center out of Oceanside. First 2 buckets for the Jags. And he talked about at halftime, Coach Shelley saying he wanted to get the big man going, and Milling right back at you. That's such a tough guard for Paris Smith. Milling quick, standing at 6'7". 14 points, 10 rebounds. The beautiful back cut and the dish from Key to Smith. And Smith, beautiful ball movement right there by the Jaguars right there. That was actually Carl Ashley on the assist. No foul called. So Ashley on the back cut and the assist. Sanders off the left side will go up. Rise on the box. And Sanders, his first bucket. Jaguars on an 8-2 run to open up this second half. Good defense by Nichols cutting off the ball dribbler. Carl Ashley, good defense on Miracini. And Miracini hangs in the lane. Miracini now has 11. He's tied with Michael Batchelor's 11. Carl Ashley on the drive. Goes up strong off the glass. And Ashley has an assist and a bucket on the last 2 offensive possessions for the Jaguars. Jaguars on a 10-4 run to start the second half. Cut the deficit to 4. Jags in the man-to-man defense. Ashley falls. Miracini pulls up from 17. That one goes in and out. Danzo will push the tempo. Doesn't have the numbers. He'll kick it. Carl Ashley wide open for 3. Knocks it down. Ashley pushing the tempo, getting the defense back on their heels, and Ashley gets the 3. Ashley's second 3 of the night. He has 8. Jags down 1. Much more energy in this second half by the Jaguars to start. 3-point shot off the mark. 1 and done for the Jags. Rebound by Paris Smith. Sanders near side. He'll look to go one-on-one. Spin move. Fade away jumper. And Sanders, his second field goal in the second half, give him 4. Nice looking shot by Sanders. And the Jags regain the lead for the first time here in this second half on a 15-4 run. Good defense by Paris Smith. Danzo behind the back. Danzo attacks left. Guarded by Milling. And Coach Shelley was wondering what I was wondering, and where was the reach on that? Last time the Jaguars had a lead, they were up 14-12. Then at the halftime, it was 32-22. Jaguars up 1. Jets looking to regain the lead. Miracini off the pick, gets the switch. Guarded by Nichols, will pull up from 18, short on the shot. And Prince of J unable to bring that offensive rebound in cleanly. Jaguars looking to extend the lead. Sanders gets cut off. Nichols thought about it. Key from the corner, short on the shot. One and done for the Jags. Got to stop the ball in open court. Wow. Let's see if we can see that in instant replay. It definitely wasn't a defensive foul. So basketball is tough for referees because sometimes it's anticipating the foul. And you could see right here, the official was anticipating Bachelor running right through Carl Ashley. We have a technical foul. Ball doesn't lie. I wonder if they're saying Southwestern they flopped right there. I wonder if they called a flop. That's a possibility, as there was no real aggressive nature in that foul. They don't even have a team foul up on the board. Interesting. 5 minutes in, and a J with the jam. Jets regain the lead, 38-37. Carl Ashley near side, guarded by Miracini. Nichols tried to work off the ball, around the pick. Danzo gets inside the lane, hangs in the lane, and is fouled on the shot. What I loved on this offensive possession, the patience by Southwestern. We saw in that first half them rushing shots. Danzo gets inside, high percentage shot, creates the foul on the way up. Danzo struggled in that first half from the line, going 1 of 4. He leads all Jaguars scorers with a dozen. And goes 1 of 2 on this trip. Ties the game at 38. The drive, the kick, Milling. Gives the pick to Miracini, gets inside, and foul on the way up. Danzo, you can see right there, reach around the body of Miracini to try to get on the shooter's hand. Miracini did a good job of shielding off the defender. This is the first trip to the free throw line for Miracini. He now leads all Jets scorers with a dozen. Miracini goes 1 of 2 from the line, but gives the Jets back the lead, 39-38. Danzo gets to the cup. Looked like he got a good shot. I don't know if he was anticipating a defender or not. The kick, top of the key. Milling line drive 3 is good. Milling his second 3 of the night. He now has 11. 3 scores for the Jets in double digits. That's Miracini, Bachelor, and now Milling. Sends the lead to 4. And foul on the floor. Didn't really see anything there that would warrant a foul, but Danzo checks off. Smith and Bandy come in, replacing Danzo and Nichols. And Gabe Perry checks back in, replacing Robert Ligallon. Jaguars looking to cut into this 4-point. Coming to you live from the den on the campus of Southwestern, and that ball off the foot of Ashley. Jets are 12-2 Jaguars 8-6. Both sides are 2-0 in Pacific Coast Athletic Conference play. Milling lights this matchup against Key. Gets inside. Turnaround jumper is good. Milling now has 13, leading all Jets scorers. So Milling with 13, Batchelor with 11, and Miracini with a dozen. Two double-digit scores, or two scores in double digits for the Jags. This is a tough shot on top of the arc. Nice rebound by Bandy. Can't finish down low and is knocked out of bounds. Danzo has a dozen. Smith has 10. Ashley with 8. Sanders with 4. All coming in the second half as Ashley heads to the bench. Danzo checks back in. Danzo, Bandy, Sanders, Key, and Smith. Sanders, the off-ball pick. Got to hit that. You know, when I look at a shot like that, it's just not shooting with confidence. It's more aiming it. Sometimes when you struggle like that, you could almost do more than necessary. And Sanders just doesn't look too comfortable tonight, almost second-guessing himself. Nice head fake. Miracini over to Milling at the top of the arc. Off the back iron, nice rebound by Bandy. Jalen Bandy putting in good minutes here in the second half. Southwestern still down half a dozen. Sanders off the pick. Still not afraid to shoot. Gets inside, no body. Rebound by Smith, no body again. Milling with the rebound, he pushes tempo. The one-on-one, good defense by Danzo. Poked away by Danzo, loose ball scooped up by the Jets. Nice dish down low to a J. Nice look by Miracini, the no look to the freshman small forward. And after the Jaguars took a 38-37 lead, Jets go on a 9-0 run to get it to 46-38. So this second half is playing out almost identical to that first half. Jaguars come out strong in that first 5 minutes, push the tempo, good-looking shots, good on the defensive rebounding, not giving up easy looks. And then really after that 5 minutes into this half, as well in that first half, Jets just go on a run, just get better-looking shots, just, you know, it's a game of basketball. Sometimes it doesn't make much sense when you can't put a rhythm together, and Southwestern just unable to put consecutive minutes of good basketball. They're only down 8. Danzo off the pick. And that's the second or third time he's fallen today with the ball in his hands. Jalen Bandy on the drive. Nice drive by Bandy to the cup. He gets fouled on the way up. Jalen Bandy had a field goal in that first half. This is his first trip to the line. Southwestern just has to keep attacking the basket. They're doing a good job in getting inside, but just haven't been able to finish. As Bandy's good on his first attempt, Harlan Nichols checks back in, replacing Deshaun Key. Key's getting good minutes after returning from injury. Bandy goes 2 of 2 from the line. Give him 4, cuts the deficit to half a dozen. Still well within reach, a lot of game left. See if the Jags could go on a run here, down 6. Starts on the defensive side. Jags look like they're dropping into a 2-3 zone. Who did it bounce off the foot of? Looks like off of Danzo. It'll remain Jets ball under their basket with 11 on the shot clock. Milling near side. Hill drive, spin move, gets inside. Too strong off the glass. Harlan Nichols on the rebound. That's where Harlan Nichols implemented himself last game in the second half. Was on the glass and then getting offensive rebounds and putbacks, giving him 20 and 9 on the game. Danzo gets inside, too strong off the glass. Harlan Nichols chases it down, kicks it near side. Jalen Bandy wide open from the corner, short on the shot. That was a travel. Yes, it was. Nice defense by Harlan Nichols, picking the ball handler up near half court. Miracini, Harlan Nichols kind of came out of nowhere. Miracini not expecting it. Yeah, Miracini tried to cross it over, but got caught with the carry, put his hand way under that ball. So, good call by the officials. Officials have done a good job here tonight. And the pull-up jumper from 13 is good. Sanders now has half a dozen, all 6 coming in the second half. He's going to need to get it going if the Jags are going to pull this one out down 4. Miracini will pull up from downtown off the back iron. Loose ball gathered by Milling. Another second chance opportunity for the Jets. Miracini hesitates. The pump fake. Baseline jumper is good. Once again, the Jets converting on second chance opportunities. Batchelor, his first field goal in the second half. He now has 13. No reach over from the back? Yeah, that's got to be a poke away. Batchelor led all Jet scorers in the first half with 11. That field goal gives him 13. Key back in. Or excuse me, Carl Ashley. Sanders off the left side, tough shot. Good defense by the Jets. That was Arnold Diaz. He gets it in the corner, kicks it back to Miracini, gets a defender in the air. Well, that was interesting. When Miracini goes in off balance. Oh, man. Oh, no. Yeah, you can see, I can hear Smith. I hear you, Smith. Let's go to it one more time. I mean, how is this foul on Smith? He's straight up, beats the player to the spot. And Miracini was off balance. Usually when you get a guy off balance driving to the cup like that, you normally don't get the call. And I knew that was coming as soon as I gave the officials kudos. Miracini goes 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Extends the lead to 7. Coming up on the 9-minute mark here in the second half. Danzo knifes through. Too strong off the glass. Gets the ball back with the left with one shoe. Nichols on the putback. After Nichols put up 20 points against Grossmont, that was his first field goal of the game. A lot of those points, as just mentioned before that field goal was made, was at least a half a dozen of those 20 were on putbacks. Harlan Nichols has been huge on the glass. He cuts the deficit to 5. Milling lights this matchup against Danzo. He's going to try to work him down. Milling off-balance shot. Good defense by Danzo. Rebound by Sanders. And that one poked away by Perry. What? Oh, my goodness. Come on, guys. Everyone saw that deflection except for the officials. That's unfortunate. And that ball poked away by Danzo. Remain Jets ball here. 20 still on the shot clock. I'm Bo Furtick along with Pablo Espinal bringing you today's game here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. Jaguars chasing 5 coming up on 8 minutes remaining in regulation. Good Good defense by Carl Ashley. Bachelor one-on-one with Danzo. Good defense. What? What are the officials doing right now? He called that a foul on Danzo. I'm pretty sure I waited too long. I did. Wow. Looked like that was a jump ball, easy. From the corner, ball doesn't lie again. Well, if there's one thing I won't do again, it's giving the officials kudos for calling good game, because as soon as I did that, multiple bad calls on the Jaguars. Shame on me. Won't happen again, I can promise you that. Jets playing good man-to-man defense. Got to finish near the basket. No foul called on Sanders. That's point-blank range. Those have to fall if they're going to get back into this one. And the easy lay-in by Perry. And Coach Shelley's going to call a timeout. So as mentioned just a few moments ago, this half eerily similar to the way that first half worked out. Jaguars come out hitting on all cylinders, and then Jets just staying in the game, finding ways to get the edge on the offensive and defensive side. And thank you for staying with us here on the Cali Photo Sports Network, coming to you live from Southwestern College here at the Den. It's Pacific Coast Athletic Conference play. San Diego Miramar up 7 against the Jags. Their largest lead was up 12. They were up 10 at the half. Jags have cut into that deficit. Can they go on a late second half run? This is Deshaun Key, gets inside, hangs, and finishes with the finger roll. Key cuts the deficit to 5. Key back healthy is a great addition for the Southwestern basketball squad. The big body can handle the ball and play good defense. And he's guarding the Jets' best player, and he did that a lot last year as well. He could body up with big bodies and stay with good ball handlers. And the pull-up jumper from 15 is good. Alex Mirosini, his second field goal here in the second half, extends the lead back to 7. Back the other way. Nichols can't get it to fall. Carl Ashley guarding Mirosini. Good defense by Ashley. Back to Mirosini. The southpaw. Pull-up jumper from 14. Fade away. No good. One and done for the Jets. This is Key. Looking to implement himself. Poked away. Loose ball. Still loose ball. And a great effort. Let's just show that replay again. All the way around, right? 1, 2, 3 bodies, even though a Jaguar player got tripped up. And great effort right there by Quentin Vela out of Madison, the freshman small forward standing at 6'3". Tracked that ball down well, just couldn't save it. As Michael Batchelor heads to the bench for a breather. Replaced by Ligayon. Milling guarded by Key. Key cuts off the baseline. Milling too big down low. Gets it to fall. Milling averaging 14 and 10 on the season. Has 9 here in the second half. Give him 15 on the night. Paris Smith down low. Gets a defender in the air and creates the foul. Good job by Smith. And you hear Coach Selly saying, we got to get stops on the defensive end coming up on 5 minutes. Paris Smith off the mark. Smith scored the first 4 points for the Jaguars here in the second half. He has 10. Short on his second attempt. He's now 2 of 4 from the line. And those free throw attempts now becoming that much more crucial coming up on the 5-minute mark. Jaguars saying the man-to-man defense, good defense by Carl Ashley. And another offensive rebound by the Jets. They will reset. Jaguars have been so good on the glass. But Ajay standing at 6'7", Milling standing at 6'7". On the drive, the foul. Count the bucket and one. Gabe Perry. On the drive and the foul. Sanders comes back in, along with Bandy, replacing Vela and Ashley. Carl Ashley, last game, 19 points, 8 rebounds. Today only has 8 points. Ashley had 18 points against Imperial Valley as well. And Perry completes the 3-point play. He has 5 on the night. Sends the lead back to 12. This has been their largest lead. They've tied their largest lead of the night. This game is not over. Jaguars just need to see a couple shots fall. I mean, this has been a much better second half output on the offensive end. They only had 22 points in that first half. They already have 24 here in the second half. And Sanders gets fouled on the drive. Seen that a couple times, Sanders on that short fadeaway to the left. I understand he likes to work off the left side, but I almost like to see him drive more to the right. I know the defense knows that as well, and I'm sure they cut him off a lot, moving to his right. So when the defense gives you the left, you got to go up with your left. Sanders leads all scorers in California, averaging 26 points per game. He was held scoreless in that first half. This is his first trip to the free throw line. He goes 2 of 2. He has 8 on the night. Jaguars down 10. This is where it starts right here on the defensive end. Looks like the Jags are dropping into a zone. Milling on the drive, gets cut off. Baseline jumper, sinks it. Miracini extends the lead to 14. And that shot forced. The jump ball. And the arrow pointing to the Jets. Nice effort by Jalen Bandy, the product out of Gary, Indiana. He's putting in good minutes today. Came from the weak side to get that jump ball call. Jets up a dozen. Southwestern trying to apply some pressure. The nice dish down low and Ajay. Count the bucket and one. Ajay, Prince Ajay out of St. Augustine. Has half a dozen. All 3 field goals coming on dunks. Prince Ajay, a great story. Can't complete the three-point play. Milling tracks it down. Jets with their largest lead up 14. And once again, allowing another offensive rebound for the Jets. Jaguars have definitely met their match here today. No foul called on the drive. Sanders to the cup. Blocked by Milling. And the easy dunk by Perry. Thought he was going to lay it in, but look at that vert by Perry. My bad, young man. I didn't realize you were going to put it down like that. Perry now has 7. And at this point, this game looks out of reach. Ajay got a piece of it. And Ajay wide open under the basket. His 4th jam of the night. And you just can't give up easy buckets like that. Ajay has 8 points, all coming on jams. Timeout by Southwestern. We will take a quick break as well here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. And thank you for staying with us here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. Tough game for the Jaguars. They started that first half off well, started the second half off well, but just couldn't keep it going. The Jets finally found their cruising altitude and are cruising up 16 right now. Jaguars tied it at 38. And since then, it's been a 28-12 run. Five fresh faces on for Southwestern. Diego Munoz to Bandy, poked away. 10 on the shot clock. Ball rotation to the corner. And the weak side knocked out of bounds by Ajay. This is Chance Stout, the freshman out of Steel Canyon. Guarded by Miracini. Vela, right side, will pull up from 3 off the back iron. Ajay on the rebound. Outlet to Miracini near side. And the Jets up 16 with 2 minutes remaining. We'll slow the tempo. Geller was saying move it. It looked like he was going to bring someone in for Gabe Perry. Pass and cut. That's what the Jets are doing on the offensive side right now. 5 on the shot clock. The jump stop by Miracini. The kick near side. I love the vertical by Gabe Perry. He looks good. Freshman point guard standing at 6'3" out of Chandler, Arizona. Nice defense right there by Perry. Chance Stout tried to back his defender down. Kicks it to Vela. Vela knifes through the defense and is fouled on the layup. Quentin Vela, the freshman small forward / guard, standing at 6'3", out of Madison. Got good minutes last game against Grossmont. That was not a good-looking free throw attempt. Corey Hawkins sees the floor for the first time tonight. That one unlucky by Vela. That one was on the mark, just didn't fall. Don't reach. Milling drove by his defender, but Jets just looking to kill clock. And good defense right there by Johnson. So looking at the upcoming schedule for Southwestern, they have San Diego City in a couple days on Friday. They travel to City. And then next week at home against Miracosta. And then travel to Palomar and Cuyamaca. And then back at home against Mesa, on the road to Imperial Valley. Then at Grossmont, at Miramar, and then in February, a home game against City, then at Miracosta, at home against Palomar and Cuyamaca, and then end the regular season at Mesa. So, really, 3 games in, you normally break. With this many games in a conference, you usually break it down in halves. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So they have 13 league games. The next 4 games would be the halfway mark in conference play. And they're still 2-1. I mean, they're above 500. They're not a bad Jaguars are not in a bad position. They still control their destiny. But a couple weeks off, their last game was on the 16th. So 2 weeks off. Wouldn't say they necessarily had to shake off any rust, but just not the quality of play we saw from those first 2 games. And when you're playing against a Miramar team that's 12-2, sometimes they'll expose some weaknesses. Jaguars will definitely have some things to improve on, but they will be much better at the end of this game. As the Miramar Jets beat the Jaguars 66-50, the Jets improved to 13-2, 3-0 in Pacific Conference Athletic Conference play. And Jaguars fall to 8-7, 2-1 in conference play. Next game will be Friday at San Diego City. And then next week they have 3 games, Miracosta, at Palomar, and at Cuyamaca. Hopefully we can catch you then here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. I'm Bo Ferdig alongside my partner Pablo Espinal. We brought you tonight's action. I hope you enjoyed. I would say everyone get home safely, but if you're watching this, I'm pretty sure you're home. So enjoy the rest of the night. Hopefully we'll catch you again on the Cali Photo Sports Network. Have a good night.